Hello everyone. Am I audible? The power of the mind is like rays of the sun. When they are concentrated, they illuminate. With these great words by Swami Vivekananda, I, Vandana Devankar, deem it my privilege to host the two-day student development program. Let us begin this day with the blessings from Divine. Vakratunda Mahakayo Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Let us all get up for two interesting webinars lined up for all the final year students of BCom, BBA, BCA and MCom. We are also joined by our esteemed speakers, Mr. Ashfak, our principal, Dr. Anil Kumar Sir, head of the departments, teachers and non-teaching staff. Now, I call upon Mrs. Lavanya Balaji, Assistant Professor, PG Department, to welcome the gathering.
A very good morning to one and all present here. I, Lavanya Balaji from the School of Postgraduate Studies, on the occasion of Ambitious 2021, an initiative taken by Paryapti, Training and Placement Center, welcome you all for a two-day webinar on Future Ready for final year students of BCom, BBA, BCA and MCom. There's a saying that if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more and become more, you are a leader. This holds good to our beloved principal, Dr. S. Anil Kumar. His actions inspire us, motivate us, and encourage us to do more. It's my pleasure and honor to welcome our leader, our principal, Dr. S. Anil Kumar. Welcome you, sir. I take the privilege of welcoming India's youngest career coach, also our esteemed speaker for the day, Mr. Mohammad Ashfak. I welcome our IQAC team headed by Dr. M.S. Nagaraj. I extend my welcome to the heads of the department, teaching and non-teaching colleagues, and all my participants to the webinar. I welcome Dr. Anupama, placement in charge, Mrs. Vandana Revankar, event in charge, and the entire team to the webinar. Last but not the least, I welcome all the students present in the webinar and convey them best wishes for a bright future. Thank you. Over to you, Vandana, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Today, we all realize that health is wealth, and together we can pray and make way for the life to get back to normal as soon as possible. We are still privileged to continue learning in our comfort and convenience, thanks to technology that it is connecting all of us and learn the skills of the trade. So at SSMRV, under the able leadership and guidance of Dr. S. Anil Kumar, our placement department has come forward with this initiative to make our students future ready. Is the screen visible? I now request Dr. Anupama, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration and Placement in Charge, to brief about the Training and Placement Center, Paryapti. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hope can be a powerful force, especially in different times. Today, the world is facing the coronavirus crisis, a pandemic that has changed life for millions of people. In times like these, hope can be a powerful source of reassurance. Many who are locked at home, others who are working to help and prevent the virus, also need the reassurance and the hope that we shall overcome this. With this, let's start the day with a ray of hope. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Anupama, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration and Placement in Charge, Shivananda Sharma Memorial RV College, Bangalore. I'm going to present before you about Placement Center, Paryapti, SSMRV College. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. This world famous quote by Confucius holds a lot of veracity today. When you really indulge in something that you enjoy, you do not see it as an obligation. But the problem arises when you are oblivious to career prospects and you start questioning your own potential. With the determination of reaching somewhere in professional life, assimilate one thing that everyone starts somewhere and all you have to do is to start. If you are uncertain of your abilities, let placement centers in your college kindle that light within you. In case you feel confused about any career related issue, consult placement center and stay clear of the feeling. So have a look at how their working plan can help you. With the aim to provide world-class training to students, SSMRV Placement Center Paryapti operates its training and placement center, which lies between industry and the institute, established with an aim to develop a strong framework for a rewarding professional career. The Training and Placement Center conducts pre-placement training sessions to equip students with relevant skills in their respective fields. Let us understand why Placement Center is important to stand out in a crowd of aspiring students. What are those factors that the students consider while looking for a college to pursue their studies? Robust infrastructure, experienced faculty, well-planned academic courses, fun-filled campus life, sports and other activities, well-stacked library, placements, and well-established placement center. The main objective of any institution placement center is to bridge the gap between the stringent competition in the industry and talent available in the college. With adequate training and support, students enhance their skills and understand how to showcase their abilities in the best possible way. Not only the Placement Center offers training programs to students to develop various significant skills, but also facilitate the process of recruitment for all the eligible students. In these dubious instances, College Placement Center provides to be of great use for shaping your career path. So let us see the functions and process of Placement Center at Paryapti. Collection of data of the students and companies, maintaining and updating the database, preparing eligible pool of students of different disciplines, gathering information about job fairs and employment opportunities in the job market, notifying the students about pre-placement activities, job opportunities, and campus selections through notice boards, placement portal, college website, and then organizing campus recruitment training programs, soft skill training to organize sessions to train the students in analytical, logical, verbal, and critical reasoning, problem solving, and time saving techniques, along with the English verbal and language adaptability. Personality development programs aims to train the students to deal with challenging situations at work and motivates them to conducting various workshops on how to increase their self-esteem. Group discussion becoming an integral part of the hiring process. The Placement Center conducts multiple rounds of mock group discussions to build confidence, communication skills, teamwork, and enhance the technical knowledge of the subject along with the current affairs. Personal interview. Hence, the Placement Center helps with preparation, increasing the chances of getting hired. The Placement Center instructs and coaches students on required interview skills, which are related to dress code, confidence, creativity, ability to react and respond, handle stressful situations. Resume and cover letter writing ensure students' resumes does not get added to the rejected pile. They should create an attention-grabbing resume as well as an effective LinkedIn profile. The Placement Center trains creating a well-organized resume which will highlight your qualifications, education, employment history, certifications, technical skill, and any additional skills that match with the job profile. Mock interviews. Interviews for some are Herculean tasks, while for others it's a child's play. Undoubtedly, it is all intrinsic to our nature, but these things can be transfigured with some tactics. Now, these techniques which construct a smooth road to success are with the placement center. They know what needs to be done. So with the help of mock interviews, nervousness is always reduced and one gets an opportunity to improve on the weak areas. This indeed proves to be a great help for the final phase-off. Networking with leading companies for internships and campus selections, organizing and on-campus, off-campus interviews. Placement Center acts as an interface between the selected students and the recruiters, conducting career guiding sessions, collecting feedback from the recruiters and the students to do post-placement analysis and take remedial measures for non-selected students. Companies are engaged to give pre-placement talks before the commencement of recruitment process. The companies conduct different rounds of selection process like aptitude test, group discussion, personality development, and personal interview, HR, and other sources and inform the names of the selected students to placement center, which in turn shall inform the concerned students of this on the same. The placement office conducts general follow-up, joining formalities and other administrative activities too. From the current year 2021, the Placement Center Paryapti has initiated an online placement registration for all the students of SSMRV College. All the final year students of UG and PG are enthusiastically enrolling to this placement platform. Here is a bird's view on the recent efforts from the Placement Center Paryapti. On 20th March 2021, we conducted campus drive by Vivo Mobiles. Alumni networks are one of the strongest and most well-connected among education institutions. They play a very important role getting the students job ready through training sessions, internships, while also bringing the companies to the campus. Our alumni, Mr. Said Wasim Ahmed, who studied BBA in our college, brought and connected the company Vivo with our SSMRB college. More than 100 students had taken part in the mega drive held for the first time post-pandemic situation. Final year degree students from both UG and PG departments of Commerce, Management, Computer Application and alumni of the college had gleefully participated in the placement drive, post which job offers were made to 17 students who were very excited and happy to receive their offer letters. We have an ongoing TCS Mega online drive which categorizes TCS, BPS and Smart Hiring, wherein more than 200 students from BCom, BBA and BCA are registered to take up online hiring process. The students have taken their online NQT test and for qualifying themselves for the next round. To brief on the today's event, Ambitious 2021, the purpose of this activity is to bridge the gap between the industry and the academia and to make the students industry ready at their final year. This year, Placement Center has planned this activity and it was decided that throughout the year, we will arrange various sessions for the students. The Ambitious 2021 aims at providing the students who are job fit and be trained to suit the needs of the industry. It is our earnest appeal to all the students to make the best use of this two-day webinar on Future Ready. We have lined up with speakers and topics of versatile interest. I am sure all of you would benefit from this. The galaxy of speakers, along with our beloved principal and staff of SSMRV College, have geared up to serve you the best. With this note, I conclude my words and wish you all the best. I thank our beloved principal, Dr. S. Anil Kumar sir, and all my learned colleagues for having given me this opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was really elaborative and very detailed information on Paryapti, as well as Why are we gathered here? Right. Now it's time to know the source of energy for us to come up with these kind of initiatives. I request Ms. Mahima Bhatt, final year BBA, to introduce our beloved principal, Dr. S. Anil Kumar. Over to you, Mahima.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are
Yeah.
audible.
Thank you, ma'am. Professor Richard Feynman says education is the ability to learn from experience, to think for oneself, solve problems, and use our knowledge to adapt to any situation the world throws at us. This is what I personally and every student here believes that the institution headed by Dr. S. Anil Kumar sir aims to instill amongst its pupils. Good morning to one and all present here. It is an honor. It is both an honor and a privilege to be able to introduce to you Dr. S. Anil Kumar sir. He is the principal of SSMRB College. He has been a popular teacher among faculty and students. He has an academic experience of 35 years in the field of commerce and management, both at the UG and PG level. Anil Kumar sir has more than 20 years of research experience. He is a recognized guide for many universities for MPhil and PhD programs. He has produced 5 PhDs and 31 MPhils from various universities. He has been doing various UGC sponsored projects. Dr. S. Anil Kumar sir has published articles in leading national and international conferences such as Griffith University in Australia, Harvard University in Boston, USA, to name a few. Sir has authored 17 books in the area of financial accounting, corporate accounting, service marketing, entrepreneurship development, production and operation management, and GST. Been elected Academic Council member of Bangalore University and adjudicator and member of Research Committee, Christ University, member of Tourism Committee of FKCCI Bangalore, advisory member of BBMP Roshni. He has been chairman of Board of Studies and Board of Examination of Bangalore Universities and other universities. Reflection of his hard work and commitment has transformed into various awards such as Dedicated Service as a Teacher conferred by His Excellency Dr. Hansraj Bharadwaj, the then Governor of Karnataka, organized by Rotary Bangalore South and Karnataka Civil Defence Corps. He has been awarded for achieving excellency in education from RSST. He has received Dr. Abdul Kalam Gold Medal Award from Global Economic Progress Research Association, New Delhi, for individual achievement and distinguished service in education and research. He has been an NCC under officer and has won the Best Cadet Award. Sir has also been awarded by a DLET by the University of Panama, US. Coming back to his key focus areas within SSMRV, his academic innovations like the 60-degree education for wholeness model with 5-dimensional approach, setting up 30 activity centers are all stronghold strategies which aim to take SSMRV college to greater heights. The impact of the same was our college getting an A grade by NAC for the first time during its third education cycle. It Right, we are proud to mention that our students got many ranks in the Bangalore University examinations. SSMRB College has recently been ranked 4th among top 5 colleges in India for best value for money in the India Today MRDA survey 2018. The list is endless, but with due respect to time, let me continue my few words about Dr. S. Anil Kumar sir. I would like to request sir to speak a few words to us. To you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Meghna. Thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning to all. First of all, I would like to once again welcome the speaker of today's program, Ambitious 2021, Mr. Mohammad Ashfak, who has consented and was agreed to be here as the resource person to speak about the future ready for all our students in our institution. Of course, at this juncture, this is a very important webinar organized by the placement center, that is Paryapti, with the ambition to communicate or motivate our students and prepare them for the future. The our main objective of the vision of SSMRV is actually the holistic development. It is not future ready in the sense, it is not just for their jobs. We give importance for the holistic development. With this intention, we actually have a very innovative model, which is called as 360-degree education for wholeness model, which gives importance for holistic development of the student. So, and of course, most important is our career is one of the most important area where students have to concentrate on. For that purpose, today we are having this particular webinar, which is organized by Paryapti. And for students, I would like to tell you that this Paryapti, the placement cell, is doing really a wonderful job, and they are already started for this academic year. Even still, you are in 5th semester. The normally placement will be done in the month of December, January. That is, you are in the 6th semester. But in our institution, the placements have already started. All the initiatives have started. I think in the month of March itself. So I should really appreciate the efforts taken by Dr. Anupama, the placement in charge, Vandana, the Professor Vandana, and the entire team, the coordinators from all the departments who are in charge of placements. Really, I'm very happy that now already they have conducted, campus interviews, 2 to 3 campus interviews and pool campuses, etc. in our institution during this pandemic. See, that is very important. People think that, during this pandemic, it is, maybe it may affect the placements, but in our institution, we are making a lot of efforts. And of course, we can see already 2 placement drives have been done and offer letters have received by the students. So this is a kind of effort done by the placement cell. So really, I appreciate the efforts of Dr. Anupama and her team in this regard. And in addition to this, during this pandemic, to engage our students, we are also providing them the guided internship assistance. That means we are trying to link our students, connect our students with the corporates for internships. It may be normally, it may be online. Most of the internships are online internship, and we have tie-up with many such companies like Internshala, Glassdoors, etc. So we are trying to engage our students in a better way during this pandemic. Also, because now they don't have any classes. Of course, they will start from 10th. Now, students are engaged in the right direction so that they can have a complete benefit from the institution. So I'm very happy to tell you, and our the placement rate in our institution is around 96%, and that too very well-known companies are visiting our institutions, including including KPMG, E&Y. Of course, all software companies are visiting our institution, and all these, their credit goes to placement center. And this year, I hope for 100% placement, especially during this pandemic. I think it's a great task for our placement cell, and I'm sure placement cell will do a wonderful job and try to reach that 100% target of placing our students in good institutions. So I take this opportunity to once again, I can say, welcome the speaker of today's program, Mohammad Ashfak, and the participants, importantly, the participants, the students of SSMRV College. I think they have taken keen interest, and of course, this is they have realized that this is a very important event which has been organized by the college. So I really appreciate the participants who have participated in this particular event today. And also I appreciate the initiative taken by all others, technical team and all other people who have assisted the students, assisted the team in organizing this particular program. So all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your inspiring words, sir. You've always been a role model and a source of motivation to all of us. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We are proud to have among us India's youngest career coach. To introduce Mr. Mohammad Ashfak, may I call upon Ms. Selvadarshini from final year BCom. Over to you, Selvadarshini.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Mohammad Ashfak is a career strategist and a motivational speaker helping people identify personal goals, develop leadership skills, and plan career moves. As a founder and director of Accent Training Academy, he has trained over 50,000 students across India on how to crack interviews and get campus placements. He is also the author of the book, You Are Hired, Proven Steps to Get Your Dream Job. His area of expertise, one-on-one mentoring, career development programs, getting your dream job, develop networking strategies for individuals. We are privileged to have you here, sir. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So I think we'll get started. So before we get started, okay, I'll just give a brief about what exactly we are going to do, and over the next 1 hour or so, I'll be giving you certain strategies on how to get your dream jobs. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of interactive session. I hope I don't know whether you are able to chat or not with me, but if it is possible, it is possible. All right, that's good then. So it's going to be a very interactive session because it's not just going to be me talking here. I'll be asking you to do certain things, and you got to be doing it. So before we get started and I start my screen share and all that, so let me tell you that I'm here to help you get your dream jobs. Okay, I'm here to help you get your dream jobs. And from last 7 years, I've been doing this, and I've crossed more than 50,000 students in getting their dream jobs. And this is because of a lot of things which I have gone through in my career. Okay, that's the reason I've been helping students. So I'll get started with the session immediately right now. I'll start the screen share. Just give me a moment.
Mr. Ashfaq, I have made you the host now.
Okay.
So I think they can chat with you directly.
Sure, ma'am. All right. So is my screen visible now? Yeah.
No, sir. You're not able to see the screen.
Okay. Yeah, it's about to open now. Now?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. So I'll just get started right now, and yeah. So as you can see here, the session is You Are Hired, and yeah, obviously that's what we want to listen to every time we go for an interview. That is, you are hired. Okay. So as I said, before we get started, I'll be telling you most of the things related to how I progressed in my career, because there's no career path for my, for my domain, that is becoming a motivational speaker or a career coach or becoming an author. There's no syllabus, or there's no, there's no structure. So because of that, I'm one of the best persons to tell you on not just how to go ahead and get your dream job, also build a successful career for yourself. Okay, so I'll get started right here immediately. And before we get started, I am just sharing with you here that I had come to your college, okay, in the year 2017. And from, it's been 4 years. I've come to your college. You can see, I think this was the auditorium where I took the session. And I did speak to your seniors on the same concept, but over a period of time, because of the change in the environment and change in the hiring process, there's a lot of changes which I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, so this is year 2017, and yeah. So as you can see here, your principal, Dr. Anil Kumar, is speaking there. I'm standing, and a lot of commerce, BBA, and BCom students standing. So I've been coming to your college most of the time, and I thank all the people, all the lecturers, especially Dr. Anupama and Miss Vandana, Dr. Anil Kumar, and all the lecturers who are, who have helped me to come here and who have invited me to come here and speak to you guys. Okay, so apart from that, I think it's taking a little bit of time to load the screen. So just give me a moment. Okay, so the session, as I said, it's called as, you are hired. And this is basically the proven steps. It's a proven steps to get your dream job. Okay, whether it is within the campus or off campus, but I'll be focusing most towards getting placed in the campus, because you are having at least 4 to 5 months to get placed, and your lecturers and the placement department, your principal is working so hard to get companies inside the campus to make it easy for you. Okay, so that's the reason I'll be sharing the top 3 secrets to go ahead and get your dream job. All right. So the first secret which I'm going to be sharing with you here is called as the current market reality. Okay, so the current market reality is nothing but what is the present scenario across hiring. Okay, the number of students who are going through so many courses, and the number of vacancies, and what is the salary range and all that. This is what I'm going to give it to you, the current market reality. Okay. And the next step which I'm going to be talking about is called as the job search strategy. Okay, so you guys are very lucky that you're getting companies into your campus. Okay, and especially during the pandemic. So there has to be certain strategy to go ahead and get that job. It is just within your hands reach, just to crack those interviews, group discussions, and go ahead and grab that opportunity. Okay, and finally, the third step here, the third secret is going to be this one. That is the importance of LinkedIn. Okay, so LinkedIn has become more like an Instagram for professional networking. I am sure that you guys have, a lot of, all of you must be having an Instagram account. Similarly, if you really want to, if you're looking for an opportunity, if you're looking for a job opportunity, then you got to be in LinkedIn. Okay, so that is a platform to showcase your professional skills and talents. All right. So these are 3 steps which I'm going to be sharing with you. I have so many steps, and I can go on and on for next 8 hours, 10 hours. I can, go on and on, but I'll make sure it is precise. All right. So before we go ahead, I'll just share my story with you so that I can understand where I come from. Okay. I am from Karnataka itself, from a small town called as Sandur, which is in Ballari district. Okay. And this is the young me. And, my parents are not educated. They're not literate. I mean, they dropped out of school on 4th standard or 5th standard. My mom dropped out of school at 4th standard, and my dad maybe, in 6th standard. So post that, my dad is a welder, and he, my parents had big dreams for me. I was the eldest son, and they had the dream that, my son should become an engineer. Okay. And once I grew up, I started realizing even I was ambitious that time. And once I grew up, exactly after 21 years of this picture was taken, and I'll just show it to you. Yeah, here. So this is a picture. I'm graduating from one of the most prestigious colleges in Karnataka, that is MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, as a mechanical engineer. Okay. So I did make my parents' dreams come true. And, I did start working. I did, I did struggle in placements, but at the same time, I got a job and I started working. Okay. this is the place where I was working. I was the first employee in India for an Italian company. I was an inspection coordinator and all that. So I had to build a team of people around me to go ahead and do the inspection and testing activities in different industries. Okay, so I worked there, and after working for 3 years, I had realized that most of the students are going through the career challenges which I was going through. I was absolutely in during the initial stages of my career. That means after graduation, I was not clear what kind of company I want to work in, what is the dream salary package I was looking for, or what are the skills I have. And most of the things I was not having clarity. Okay, if we don't have clarity, we are bound to get distracted. If we don't have clarity, we are bound to get distracted. And because of that, I'm going to give you certain clarity so that you stay focused in one direction and go ahead and get the job of yours. All right. So I have worked in three different companies for 3 years, and later, finally, in the year 2014, I decided that I'll quit the job and I'll start helping all the graduates to go ahead and get their dream jobs. Okay, so after this, in the year 2014, this was my first training session which I took. Okay, it was for a diploma college, and this is how my journey started. And post that, over the last 7 years, this has been my journey. I'll just share it with you here. This has been my journey. All right. So this has been my journey. And let me tell you why am I sharing all this with you. I'll get started with the top 3 secrets. Just hold your breath. But the reason I'm telling you all this is I want to tell you that, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is from now onwards, where you want to go. Okay, I'll repeat this. It should go into your head. Okay, it doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is where you want to go. Okay, so my question to you is, where do you want to go? Type in the chat section. I want to see where exactly, what kind of career you're looking for. Okay, and I want to see what are the things which you're looking for, so that I can see how big your dreams are. Okay, comment in the comment section. I'll just have a look at it. But next step which I want to share here is this. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So now during this pandemic and all, so I've shifted my entire online courses towards online, all my courses and training programs online. These are the courses which I'm doing these days. But the reason why I'm telling you all this is, see, as a fresher, as a student, you will be facing certain kind of challenges to go ahead and get your jobs. Okay, that is the first step. Second thing which I've seen over a period of years is, not just the students or freshers face career challenges, even the working professionals face career challenges. Whether you are having 5 years experience or 10 years or 15 years or 20 years. Okay, most of the working professionals are facing challenges, and that's the reason, apart from catering to the students and the fresher community, I started catering to the working professionals who want to get into a different level. That means leadership levels, get promotion, get this negotiation of the salary packages and all that. And as you can see the video, I've traveled across India helping the working professionals as well. Okay, so these are my online course which I shifted these days to online thing. And apart from that, this is the book which I have written. This was the work in the pandemic, that is last year. Okay, and I decided that I'll just sit and make sure whatever is I've done over the last 7 years, I'll put it in a book and make sure that it reaches to lots of people so that they get certain clarity in terms of how to go and get hired. Okay, so this is about me. Now, I've told about me. Now coming to you. All right, I want to know you. I want to make sure what kind of I want to understand what kind of challenges you have in your career or questions you have in your career. So before I share the current market reality, I want to understand your status, your present status. And that's the reason I'll be sharing a link with you right now. And I want you to go ahead and, click on the link and make sure you fill that form, because I want to understand where exactly you stand so that it helps me to give you what exactly you need. Okay, so I'll just share the link here right now. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I've shared the link here. I'm just sharing the link here so that you can go ahead and fill the form. It's going to take just a minute for you to go ahead and fill the form. And I want you to go ahead and fill the form so that I can understand where exactly you stand and what exactly I need to give you so that you can progress and go ahead and crack those interviews. Okay, so I'm waiting. I'll give you exactly 1 minute here. All right. So if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat section if you want me to answer any questions regarding the form. Apart from the form, I can, I can answer the questions later, but I want you to go ahead and fill the form right now. With the questions now. So I'll just, I think you're able to see my screen now.
Right, sir. Yes.
All right. So if that is the case, I'll just open. There are 75 responses here. I'm very happy that you're replying and you're understanding what exactly we're
So,
doing here.
sorry to interrupt, but the PPT screen is showing.
The PPT
So,
screen is showing. All right, just give me a moment.
if you can share that other screen.
Yeah, I'll just share the screen. Now?
Yes, we can see it now.
All right. So as you can see, there are 77 responses here. Okay. And there are 50% who are from BCom and 17% are from BBA and 20% from BCA and MCom, so many people. Now, coming to what is your next step after graduation is this. Out of all the people in your batch, 80%, 82% want to go ahead and get a job. Okay. So that's the first, view for you. What is your next step? That's what I've shared with you now. And do you have your resume ready? Okay. I'll just share your. So do you have your resume ready? That is 64% people have their resume ready and 35% don't have their resume ready yet. Okay, what are you waiting for? All right. Apart from that, is your resume ready to beat the application tracking system? Okay, so 8% people say yes, 23% say no, and 68% people don't know what is ATS. Now, let me share with you what exactly is ATS once I finish the survey. All right. Apart from that, do you have your LinkedIn profile? And 50% of the people don't have the LinkedIn profile. If I ask you, if I had asked you the question, do you have Insta profile, Instagram, you'd have said yes, 100%. But LinkedIn profile is something which you really need to have. All right. Apart from that, is your LinkedIn profile optimized for recruiters to have a look and call you for an interview? And the answer is 60% no. All right. And apart from that, if I called you for an interview today, what is the possibility of you cracking that interview, okay, and getting that job? There are 16% who say 25% people are confident. Okay, just yeah, I think it's too much moving. So only 6% people are 100% confident. Okay, 6% is out of 100. There's only 6 people ready. Okay, so only 6 people are ready if they are called for an interview to go ahead and crack that interview and get the job. The question is, what about the rest? The question is, what about the rest? Okay, so now we understand where we stand. Now I want to give you the current market reality. This is a reality from your point of view, from the student's point of view. Okay, now I'm going to give you the environment that is outside, how the hiring process is happening, what are the number of people applying for jobs and all that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and share the screen again. All right, so is my PPT visible now?
Yeah, no, sir,
It's not visible?
not yet.
Okay. I'll do that again. Yeah. So is it
Yes,
visible
now
now?
it's visible. Yes,
All
yes.
right. All right. So before, as I said, we had taken the survey. So I have got your perspective where exactly you stand. And I'll tell you what is the perspective you need to have so that you can go ahead and get the job of yours. So coming to the first thing here, according to All India Survey on Higher Education, okay, according to All India Survey on Higher Education, there are, okay, this year, in the year 2021, there are going to be 3.66 crore potential students, okay, who are graduating this year. 3.66 crore in India, the number of potential graduates in this year. Okay, and this, if you see on an overall picture, if I remove you from the list, okay, your competition becomes 3,65,99,999. These are the number of people you'll be facing in the job market. And if you are not prepared, if you don't have your resume ready, if you don't know, if you don't have your resume which can be picked up from the application tracking system, if you're not visible to the recruiters, then you are looking for a failure. Okay, and that's the reason I'm here to make you understand how to make yourself visible so that you can beat the competition. Okay, the competition starts within the college, and then if you get placed, you're going to be the luckiest. And if you're not placed, then going outside and cracking those interviews, finding the job, you got to face a huge competition, my friend. So you got to be ready and you have time. All right, so this is your competition. Now I'm going to give you 2 angles to it. The first angle, for everything there's pain and there's a gain. Okay, so if you for every area of our life there's certain portion of pain and gain. So I'll start with this. The first step for you here is the gain which you're going to get from this current market reality. Okay, so the gain here is, according to the Times of India, the top, the 4 software companies, that is TCS, Infosys, HCL, and Wipro, they have given a projection of how they are going to hire freshers. Okay, that means, as you can see here, TCS is going to hire 40,000 people, Infosys 24,000 people. Compared to last year, this year 24,000 people. Okay, this year 15,000 people from HCL and 12,000 people are going to be picked up from Wipro, for Wipro. Okay, the question is, are you going to be one among them? Okay, are you going to be one among them? Now, apart from that, I will give you exact reality. That means in the skills report of this year, 2021, what are the industries which are hiring so many people and what are the industries which are not hiring people, so that you can hit the bullseye, which industry you want to go ahead and pick and crack that interview. All right. So as you can see here, there's a percentage change from 2020 to 2021. The industries are here. So we'll go ahead with the orange part. That is the most hiring industries. That is BFSI, that is banking, financial services. Next is pharma and healthcare, 37%. It has increased in last year and this year. Okay. And finally, logistics, that is 29%. Okay. So as the world is adapting to the pandemic, you also as a student, as a job seeker, you go to adapt and go ahead and try to get the opportunities in these segments. Okay. So I'm sure in next 2-3 years, there's going to be so much value. There's going to be so much boom in these sectors. Okay. That is logistics. How are you going to get your, groceries through, logistics, right? And these days, pharma is playing a very important role, and healthcare. We are so conscious about health. Okay. So if you get into that industry, the career progress is going to be fast track. Okay. And banking and finances. So that is also one of the things which is going ahead these days. Okay. So if you want to get into engineering, manufacturing, there is 33%, and software, hardware, 25%. So the first step which you got to make here is, apart from the, I understand that the companies are coming, and also, so many industries are coming together. Apply for those things, for those companies, because placement plays a very important role. Going outside, not going to happen. Okay. Once you go out of the college, you got to face a lot of people. All right. So try to shortlist which are the 1 or 2 industries which you want to work for. Okay. And apart from that, I'll give you much more statistics so that you can understand. Okay. So as you can see here, the number of employable freshers from 2015 to 2021. Okay. I'll bring here BCom. All right. In 2015, so many percentage of freshers were ready to go ahead and get the job. That means they were ready for getting picked up. They had the necessary skills. In this year, 40% freshers are ready to go ahead and get the job. So this is the statistics. If you're from other backgrounds, you can see here there's so many statistics here. Apart from that, the preferred salary range, okay, is somewhere about 2.6 lakhs. Okay, as you can see here, the overall preference is 2.6 lakhs and above. And I believe that you need to crack those interviews which have 2.6 lakhs and above. At the same time, if you have those skills, if you have certain technical skills which the companies are looking for, okay, let me tell you that most of you will be having the same knowledge. That means you had to study the same subject, got the percentage on an average similar percentages. But if you have acquired certain new skills from the outside, okay, whether it can be accounting or whatever, finances or whatever extra technical skills which you have gained, okay, that is going to help you to project yourself and get your job. And they will recognize you and they'll hire you. And if you have enough technical skills, if you have gained so much and you have been doing some internships from last 6 months, 1 year or anything apart from college, then trust me, you can sit in an interview and negotiate for your higher salary package also. Okay. So this is the basic thing which I want to share. Which sectors have hired the most from the year 2015 to 2021? As you can see here, in 2015, there's a lot of travel, hospitality, aviation, and core sectors. In the year 2021, banking, internet businesses, IT, all these companies are going to hire crazy. Okay, so be ready for it. Okay, so apart from that, the hiring intention shown by the recruiters is positive. Okay, 47% of the recruiters showed a positive intent to hire freshers in the year 2021, whether it is pandemic or not, but they want to hire people. Okay, So that's a good news for you. That is a gain for you. So I'm very happy that, you are cracking those interviews, and go ahead and get your resume ready if you're not having the resume. All right. So this is the first thing which I wanted to share. Now, coming to the pain part, I've given you the gain part, what you're gaining from the market. Now, what is the pain which is faced by the freshers these days, which is faced by the students these days, is this. The top challenges, these are all the data of the year 2021, whatever I'm showing, 2021. Okay, the top challenges faced by the fresh graduates. Okay, the highest challenge which is faced by the fresh graduate is finding a job. Finding a job. Okay, then there comes, saving money, discovering what we want to do in life and all that. But the top priority is finding a job. This is a challenge which is faced by most of the fresh graduates. Okay, and that's why I want you to go ahead and crack those interviews in the campus and get campus placed. Okay, now next thing which I want to share here is, just give me a moment. Now, 40%, according to India, according to skills report, 40% of the students, 40% of the fresh graduates remain invisible to the recruiters. They remain invisible to the recruiters. Okay, that means they're not able to present themselves. They're not able to market themselves. Okay, if you are one among them, then you got to start working towards yourself and build that resume of yours, and do not copy paste the resume. Okay, so do not take the resume from somewhere in the Google and just go ahead and put some data and give it. No, you got to spend at least 1 or 2 days for building that resume. Okay, now next thing which I want to share here is, okay, now 50% of the people, 50% of the students, okay, lose out on core jobs such as those in finance, marketing, and HR, since they fall weak in theoretical and conceptual knowledge of their domain. Okay, it's not just about all the subjects which you had. Okay, is a basic foundation to go ahead and show your skills. Okay, and if you are not technically sound in whatever domain you are, whatever industry you want to get into, you're going to lose out on the core job. Okay, and if you want to go ahead and get the job of yours which is core to your field, then improve your technical knowledge. Go ahead and rebrush your technical skills. Find out which are the top 6 skills which you have. Okay, so it can be 3 of subjects from first semester to now. Shortlist 2-3 subjects and have a revise and go ahead and get a good grip of it. Okay, that is a second step which I want to share with you. Now, due to the current pandemic, there are a lot of changes here. I am in LinkedIn, and as you can see, there's so many people who are losing their jobs at the same time. You are planning to get an entry into the job market, okay? But there are a lot of people, the pain surrounding the environment right now is a lot of people are also losing their jobs. Okay, if the industry is not able to serve, then they have to remove people. So that's the reason they're losing their jobs. And these are the working professionals, people with 4 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 15 years experience are losing out on jobs. Okay, as you can see here, I'll just close the name and all that. But this is one of my student. I completed my MBA last year and I was working with Bajaj Finance previously, but she has lost the job. So these are the things which is the one of the market realities. All right, so why I'm sharing you all this is so that you understand the value or the effort it takes for companies to come into your college and for you to get the job. Okay, So I want you to, from my heart, I'm saying, I want you to go ahead and crack those campus placement interviews. No other choice. I look forward to it. No overconfidence. I know everything. Nothing like that. Go ahead and prepare. Because as you can see, out of 100% people, only 6% people were ready. If called for an interview, only 6 people were ready to go ahead and get the job. But the rest are still in doubts. Okay, there's a lot of doubt. That doubt will be cleared when you are clear on your technical skills which you can present. Okay, when you're clear on on the aptitude or the group discussions, how you're going to crack it. All these things are very important. Okay, now apart from that, there was one question which I spoke to you, that is application tracking system in the survey. Okay, that's a beautiful concept which is there these days for recruiters. Okay, there are 2 points of view. One is from your side, one is from the recruiter side. Now I'll talk from the recruiter's side. All right, so from their side, they have thousands of resumes they are getting from thousands of people. They're getting resumes. Is it possible for a normal person to sit and have a look at each and everyone's resume for 5-10 minutes? Imagine if they receive 10,000 resumes for 100 job applications. Is it possible for them? Yes or no? Okay, as you know, it's not possible for them. So if it is not possible, then what they have done is they are using technology. They're using technology to scan those resumes, Okay. And what this application tracking system does is, the moment you send your resume to recruiter or whatever email address they are given, the moment you send your resume to that, they will pick up thousands of applications, the soft copies, and they will put it in a tracking system. And the software is going to just scan the entire resume. And if it has the right skills, if the candidate has the right skills according to the job description, if the candidate has shown, okay, expressed through words, the right skills and the right attitude and the right everything, then the resume is going to be picked up and given to the recruiting coordinator. If your resume fails to get picked up by the application tracking system, then the ATS, what it does is it just throws the resume in a dustbin. That's it. Okay, it is basically saving time for the recruiters. They cannot go through the thousands of resumes. So if you want to understand why you're not getting interview calls, even though you posted your resume so many places, maybe there's something wrong which you're done in the resume, and that's why the ATS is not picking up, and that's why it's not reaching the recruiting coordinator. All right, so I want you to spend at least 1 or 2 days, give a thought what kind of skills you want to put. Okay, for example, just now in the morning, Dr. Anupama and principal shared that Vivo had come for a recruiting drive. You got to understand what is the job description they are coming up with and try to put those basic words in your resume so that they can easily pick up your resume. Okay, so this is one of the strategies. I have so many strategies which I usually share in my online courses, but this is one thing which I can share it with you because of a time constraint. All right, so there are 2 things which I shared right now. One is the pain, the next thing is the gain. All right, so this is the first secret, that is the current market reality. Now that you understood what is the current market reality, I want to give you one small job search strategy so that you can change the entire game for yourself. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, the next step, the next secret is job search strategy. So all these strategies and all these things over the period of 7 years I have developed, to make sure the students or the fresh graduates stand out among the competition and go ahead and get their dream jobs. So this is usually done. I usually share it in my course, that is Job Hunt Blueprint. But right now I'm sharing one concept like that, that is current scenario in the age of machine learning and artificial intelligence. There's a lot of machine learning and artificial intelligence which is used in recruiting. Okay, so as I said, 3.66 crore number of potential graduates this year. Then they have to use technology to filter down a lot of people who are not competent and pick the right kind of people for them, right? Okay, so that is their point of view. Try to think from their point of view so that you can stand out. Okay, now, as I said, there's a lot of artificial intelligence which is used in the recruitment. Okay, the first thing which I want to share here is, these are the things which is happening these days. The first thing here is there's automated resume screening. Okay, as I said, there's automated resume screening, and this resume screening helps them to shortlist on the time. They can save the time as well. All right, apart from that, I want to share this as well. Just give me a moment. Okay, so we'll go ahead to that video, but I'll share with you this one. There's something called as candidate sourcing. Okay, if there's a job, there are 100 job vacancies in a company, they need to source candidates. Okay, they need to source candidates from different places in the job market through colleges and all that. So they use technology to source candidates to their recruiting department. The next thing is they usually do background checks online itself. All right, and now you might have adapted to the assessment. Earlier, the assessment used to happen through written aptitude tests, written technical tests, and all that. Now everything has been shifted to online. Okay, so everything is virtual now. So candidate assessment, let me tell you, okay, there's going to be a written test, aptitude test, and your camera is supposed to be open when you're taking the test. Okay, you might be thinking you can easily cheat because there's no one to look around, but let me tell you, they have used technology to such an extent that even if you look, okay, this way or that way, the camera captures it and it says the candidate is cheating, or there's a distraction for the candidate. Okay, so now that you understand what is happening in the recruiting world, apart from that, there's something called as the recruiter chatbots. All the HR managers can't sit or pick the calls or call you for an interview. So there's going to be a chatbot which chats with you, and based on that, you'll be called for an interview. Okay, and as you can see, there are digital interviews which are happening these days. Okay, and digital interviews, make sure that you're ready. Okay, your backgrounds are ready, your face and your everything is ready to go ahead and crack that interview online. You got to adapt, there's no other way. Okay, see, for me also, I used to go on stage, face thousands of students. Okay, stand on stage and face thousands of students, but I had to adapt to this. Okay, similarly, it's not going to only based on the situation. Right now, the best way for you to get hired is through digital interviews. So make sure that your camera conscious, your camera aware, and you can speak to a camera. Okay, so this is the next thing which I want to share. I'll just share with you one small video and how technology is used. I will try to pause and speak to you and again play. Okay, so that you can understand what I'm trying to show it to you here. So these are the recruiters, and they're trying to recruit certain people into their company. Just give me a moment. I think I was supposed to pause it, but yeah. See, this is one of the technologies which is used by recruiters. This is a LinkedIn profile. They can plug into a LinkedIn profile and save the candidate's profile into their data, into their database. Okay, this is how they save, and it gets into their database. Okay, this is one of the technologies which they are using. They're exporting the data. All right. So as you can see, technology is being used in every part of life, especially in terms of recruiting. Okay, that's what I'm here to talk about. There are so many things which are being used so that the recruiters can reduce their time in recruiting the right kind of people for their company. Okay, and you got to be aware of all these things which they are using so that you can strategize and place yourself accordingly and make sure that you are visible in front of them when they are looking for candidates. Okay, so there's so many strategies which I can give it to you. Because of the shortage of time, I could hold of one strategy which I really wanted to share with you. Okay, so try to optimize your resume, your interviews, your group discussion, okay, and your technical answers, okay, in terms of what they are looking for, not what exactly you have. There has to be a balance between what you know and what they want. Somewhere you've got to bring those two things and try to make sure that you present yourself like that. Okay, so this is one thing which I really wanted to share with you. Now, I hope you are able to understand what exactly I'm telling here, so that you can understand better things in terms of recruiting. I want to understand through chat what exactly, if you have anything to say to me, or if you have any questions, uh, please ask me anything in between so that we can go ahead and move to the next section. Okay, so are you able to chat with me?
Yes, so they can send you the messages.
Okay, I'm not getting any messages, ma'am. So I think
Participants, please respond. You can respond in the chat box.
see, I've been talking a lot, so I want to understand what you have been, listening.
Please put your responses in the chat box, participants.
Okay, so the Tejas is saying no questions. I have explained clearly. All right. How to optimize the resume as per the ATS. Okay, so here Dr. Vinaya is asking. So, it's going to be a long session for that. But right now, what I can tell is, if they have given a job description, if they have given certain job description that we are looking for so and so candidates, then the resume has to have a similar kind of words in your resume. There has to be similar kinds of words in the resume. So, for example, I'll just share with you one example here. Let's just say accounting, all right? Or the company is looking for accounting, junior accountants and all that. So in the job description, they have put, should be well aware of Tally and should be well aware of the accounting practices and auditing and bank reconciliations and all that. So there are 2-3 technical words which I just told you. That is auditing and bank reconciliation, Tally. Now, 3 technical words you got to put in your resume the areas of interest or the core technical skills which I'm good at is Tally. Make sure that you're good in Tally, okay, or accounting or audit or bank reconciliations or anything like that, okay. That is one of the ways. If you've done certain internship or a project, then obviously you're bound to put certain description. Try to use the language from the job description into the resume, okay. So the courses offered in LinkedIn, is it really worth of our time? I want to do Salesforce in admin and developer. Okay, so that is something technical. Okay, see, I'm not sure about the admin and developer Salesforce thing, but I feel that if you have certain extra technical knowledge, the chances of you getting placed is much more higher. Okay, so do some research a bit, because I'm not technically good in the question, the domain which you're asking, but I've heard about Salesforce. That is a really good thing. That company is developing a lot. In India, there's a lot of people using Salesforce. Okay, so it can be a thing where you stand out. And not just about LinkedIn courses, find something which is best out of the best. It's okay if you spend money also, but make sure that you get the best knowledge and make sure you implement that knowledge. The Salesforce course and all, it's not just about taking the concepts into your mind, but also putting the concepts from your mind to the practical world. Okay, so yeah, the courses are worth it, provided if you implement the systems. Okay, provided if you implement. Okay, to optimize as per the ATS, resume should be customized for each job. Of course, yes. Okay, so there's a huge, even when I was a student, there was maybe we were lazy, I was lazy or something like that. Maybe I didn't know, I was not aware of the information. But what I did was I used to have one resume and distribute my resume to each and every company, the same resume. Okay, it's like going and giving the pamphlets. Okay, I used to do like that. So make sure you don't do it for each job. You got to change your resume. That's why when you're applying for jobs, read the job description, change your resume a little bit, and then apply. The chances of you getting higher increases about 70%. Okay, if you spend just 4 to 5 hours in editing resume, you're going to get placed. All right, so yeah, I think I have answered the question to Dr. Vinaya. So you got to change your resume to each and every job. So if there's no any other questions,
So,
then yeah.
yes, there's one question.
Okay.
Now, as you said that as per the ATS, the resume should match with those keywords.
Yeah.
Now, for those freshers, what would you like to say that, because these freshers wouldn't have any
Yeah.
experience in the related field. So for them to show those keywords,
Okay.
how far will it be helpful for them, and how can they do that?
All right. There are 2-3 ways which I can show it to you. First is, the company, the recruiters know that they are hiring freshers. So they would have optimized the job description according to the freshers, knowledge and based on the average, things, information they've gathered. So how to optimize is first is this. Apart from the percentage, you might have studied till now around 20 subjects. In last 2 years, you might have gone through some 20 subjects. I want you to sit down immediately after this session today, and I want you to shortlist from first semester. Go to your syllabus books, take the subjects. From 20 subjects, pick 3 subjects. Okay. So that is the first thing. Pick 3 subjects out of the 20 subjects. And these 3 subjects should be the your favorite subjects. If I ask you any question on that, you should be able to answer. Do not just put like that. Okay. If I ask you any question, you got to be answered to that question. So pick 3 subjects and put it in your resume. The remaining three, see, I usually say you got to put at least 6 skills. In my course, there's a concept called as identifying your top 6 skills. And based on those 6 skills, you got to build the resume. Okay. So I have just showed to you how to pick 3 skills from your syllabus, whatever you have studied and your favorite subjects. Okay. The 3 other skills which you can put, okay, is from the job description. Okay, so from the job description you can put if they're asking for Tally. Okay, if they're asking for, I don't know, there are a lot of softwares these days, so all I could remember is Tally, but there's something new and which you know. If they ask certain question on that which you know, then put that in the resume. Okay, so 4 skills you have put now. Apart from that, the 2 skills, one is your domain might be requiring a lot of use of Microsoft Excel. Okay, so put that as one of the technical skills. And finally, you can put one of the skills which they are asking. And usually what happens is companies companies send, before recruiting, they send a job description to you first 2-3 days before. Okay, so read the job description and based on that, if there's a skill they are looking for, try to put that skill, and in 2 days, study day and night, but make sure that you're really good at it. Okay, so that is one way. And since you guys are fresh students, you might be not having much experience. The idea here is when they sit in front of you for an interview to ask you questions, they need to have certain things to ask you questions. If they don't find anything, then you are rejected. Okay, so they need to see something. For example, audits. Okay, so for example, for example, there might be a student and that person can be saying like, I am really good in audit preparation. Okay, then the recruiter will ask you the question in terms of audit preparation. Tell me more about it. If the recruiter is asking you more questions, the way to judge in an interview whether you're going ahead or not is, if the recruiter is asking you more and more questions, then he is interested to hire you. And the best way for you to make him ask more questions is to put something which you can talk more and more and more, which are technical skills. Okay, that is the first thing. Apart from that, you might be doing certain projects. Okay, that project, you need to make sure that you use technical skills in that project description. There'll be a small summary, right? And in that summary, try to use the language, the content of the job description into the resume, so that they can see and they can ask you questions based on that. Okay, so this is one of the ways. I hope I answered the question.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We have another question.
Okay.
That is, I've heard that enough AI interaction access while having an interview, it catches the candidate's emotions too. Please elaborate on that.
Yes. This was a beautiful question. So let me tell you that based on the expression you give in front of camera, they can easily capture whether you are happy, you're sad, or you're confused, you're frustrated, whatever it is. There's a lot of technology which is being used to make sure that if based on your expression, based on your eye contact, they can judge your confidence, they can judge your reasoning, they can judge a lot of things. Okay, so yes, they use technology in that too. They can guess your confidence and your emotions just through camera interactions. I think I answered the question.
Yes, sir.
So there's one more question. While picking the subject, should we focus on difficult and unique subjects or something which is easy and we know it well? In one interview, I told my favorite subject as income tax and they asked me questions on it and I failed to answer their all questions. Okay, so that's the reason I have told you that it doesn't matter whether it is difficult or easy. For you, income tax might be easy, okay? And if you put income tax into that job, resume of yours, you got to be well prepared for it. 2-3 days before, I said, you will be going for an interview at least 2 days before. Okay, at least 2 days before, you'll be knowing that you'll be going for an interview. Slog your things, and work day and night, and make sure that you are ready to answer that questions. Okay, sometimes if you don't know, it's way too technical, then there's a way to answer no also. There's a way to say no also. You can say something like this. So even though I'm well aware of the income tax subjects, maybe this is something which I've literally forgotten. So what I can do is, can I take your email address and I can find the answer and send it to you? So won't it be an amazing reply, Takia Khan? So this is how you got to tackle. Okay, it's all about how you present yourself. So you can take their email address, or you can take their LinkedIn profile, and answer these kind of questions. And difficult and unique subjects, try to pick something which you feel good with. Don't try to pick something very difficult which you'll not be able to answer, have to put a lot of effort. Or unique if you are aligned to that subject. Okay, so some of you might be liking one subject, some of you might liking other subject. Try to self-evaluate yourself, and figure out what do you like and put that. Okay, so that when you're studying for the interview, you're excited to go ahead and read the subject and go ahead and crack that interview. Okay, yeah. So
Thank you, sir. So one more question we have.
Yes.
This is about the format of the resume. Often we find students asking which format would be better. And is there any specific format, or like the format changes from industry to industry?
There are two ways to look at it here. One is for the freshers who are applying within the campus, and one is for the freshers who are applying outside the campus. So I'll come to the first is for the campus placements. I'll talk here. I'm not sure how recruiters are asking these days. Sometimes the recruiters ask in this kind of format, and the college has that kind of format and gives it. Okay, that is the first step. The second step is there is there's a rule. So in my course, I've shared this in a much more deeper level. There's a rule called as a 6-second rule. Okay, 6-second rule. And this 6-second rule plays a very, very important role. What it means is, the moment ATS scans a resume, and if you're lucky, if you're selected, if the ATS selects your resume and it sends it to the recruiting coordinator gets your resume, and see, most of the recruiting coordinators don't have much time. Okay, they have thousands of applications to go through. So all they see is less than 6 seconds, almost 6 seconds. So your attention to get that interview, their attention on your resume to get that interview is less than 6 seconds. And if I find something interesting, then I'll keep it and I'll call you for an interview. Okay, so there is a particular format. Try to put the technical skills, that is a summary. Do not copy paste the summary saying that I'm looking for so and so, and some basic standard summary. Try to edit the sentence. Okay, remember all of you that we have been judged right from our kindergarten. Okay, right from our kindergarten till now, we have been judged on our writing skills. Only if you go ahead and write in first standard, second standard, the exam, you got the score. So in 10th standard, you got the score based on your 10th exam, the way you are written it, the way you are presented your idea in written format. Okay, even now the colleges or the universities do the correction based on how you have expressed your ideas in writing. Similarly, resume, I mean, also plays a very important role in, especially you got to have written communication skills in writing your resume. And the first 1/3 of the section of a resume, of the first 1/3 of the section of the resume should influence. The moment I look at it, should influence. Okay, he's good at it. He's good at it. He's good at it, or she's good at it. Then I should make sure that in less than 6 seconds, I'll call you for an interview, or set aside that you are selected for the interview. So this is how. So first is the summary. Second thing is you got to present your top 6 skills. And the third thing is, if you have got certain additional certifications, if there's a license number or anything like that, which is technical, okay? Not like sports and all that, which is technical, which the company is looking for, add that. And apart from that, try to put, if you've done certain internship or project, try to put in the first page itself. Okay, it takes a lot of time. Only if the first page is interesting, then only I'll be interested to go ahead and look into the second page. If the first page is not interesting, then I don't think so I'll look into the second page. Do you agree? Type in if you agree or not. Okay, so this is how you put up your skills. This is the format, ma'am. The first is in terms of the campus placements. So they come for the interview. Before that, they would have given some job description, and they would have, based on that, you got to edit your resume. Second thing is, if you're applying outside, this is how you put the resume. Yes, someone is asking a question. So apart from that, could you give us an insight into cracking the HR rounds while getting placed? Like what strategies and techniques are most suitable and how to project our personality that is required for the role? Okay, so all right. The first and foremost important thing which I want to share with you here is this, that, you got to clean up your social media. It's easy. So Nikhil, so, it's easy for us, for the recruiters, by the name I get, it's easy for me to go ahead and find your LinkedIn, Insta, YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter. And if you have posted something which is not really aligned in terms of the way you're presenting yourself, then they won't hire you. Okay, I have done it for myself, for my company. The first thing which I do is, if I shortlist a candidate for an internship or a job, the first thing I do is I go ahead and look into one of their social media profiles. Most of the time I look into LinkedIn, but sometimes recruiters can also check into other things. But LinkedIn is something. If you're not able to present yourself there, then I don't think so you're going to get selected in the HR round. And even after cracking technical skills, the HR round is the most important thing. Okay, and this is where they want to filter you out crazily. Okay, why? Because the way you talk, see, it's all about our expression, right? How we express ourselves. Whatever ideas we have, we either express in writing or talking or body language. Only 3 things. Now, when you're given proper technical answers and cross that interview stage, now since you are in the HR round, they want to see, if I put some pressure, if I give you a lot of work for for 6 hours, 8 hours, or 10 hours, will you be able to handle it? If I give you some technical thing, some challenging situation which you got to solve, will you be able to solve it? And based on the questions they ask, are you a person who takes the initiation, who shows the leadership skills? Why? Because companies face a lot of challenges. They sometimes face, some things which you got to solve. And if you are a person who doesn't solve problems, then they won't hire you. they will find these things, whether you're a problem solver, whether you are into leader, whether you have good leadership skills and all that, just by the way you speak about your life. I'll repeat this. They can judge you just by the way they speak, the way you speak about your life. And that's the reason they ask you questions like, tell me about yourself. Okay. And if you're not able to tell about yourself for more than 3-4 minutes or go on and on, see, you have lived with yourself for 20 years. And if you're not able to answer about yourself for 20 minutes, speak about yourself for 20 minutes, then the confidence is low. Then how are you going to present certain ideas which you get in the company to in front of the people? So this is how personality plays a very important role. Okay. Of course, the personality can be developed. It's not like, I was not speaking like this when I started my, during my engineering. Now I'm able to face 1,000 or 10,000 audience on a stage. But in my engineering, during my project presentation, I went for a seminar in front of 200 people and I stood there silent for 2 minutes. Okay, my face was red and all that. But as you can see, over a period of years, I have grown my skills. So this is how you project your personality through your oral communication skills, the way you speak, the way you use your body language, the way you return your resume. This is how you project your personality. Okay, so I hope I answered the question to Nikhil. What are the ways or techniques through which students can build confidence while facing interviews? This is a beautiful question. The answer here is this. See, sometimes what happens is we as individuals, we go through a lot of hardships or something from childhood. Sometimes some people might have low confidence, some people have high confidence, all these things. So to improve our confidence, the first thing you got to do is be confident in what exactly you're going to speak in an interview, rehearse, and become 100% sure what are the technical skills you're going to project and what is the life story you're going to talk about yourself. They might ask you, what are your strengths? And if you don't know what is your strength, then why will they hire you? They might ask you, what is your weakness? And if you say, I don't have any weakness, trust me, they're going to reject you. Okay. So, for example, just I'll take an example here. If they ask you, what is your weakness? And if you say something like, patience or patience is something which I take as a, weakness. I lack patience. Then you can put your answer like this. So one of my weaknesses, so that I'm not that patient, but these days through a lot of self-help books, I'm learning and making sure that I'm patient in the process. Okay. So you got to answer these ways. This is how you build confidence. The last thing which I want to share here is the most important thing. I can go on and on about building confidence, but one important thing is go ahead and look into the mirror. Okay, look into the mirror, and before going for an interview, speak to yourself that you're confident. Just say, like, I'm just looking here in front of the camera, considering this is the mirror. If I'm going for an interview, I'd say, I'm confident and I'll crack this interview. So speak to yourself in front of the mirror, look into the eyeball of yours, okay? And go ahead with certain confidence. Okay, this is how, there are small techniques to crack these interviews. First is speaking in front of the mirror. And not just before, but every day you can go ahead and speak to yourself in a mirror that you just have to say that I am confident. Just go ahead and do it today, okay? And if you feel good, do it tomorrow. And if you feel good, do it day after. If you feel good, do it every day, okay? Every day, you just go ahead and say to yourself, I am confident and I can easily get the job I want. This is something called as affirmations. Okay, I also believe in the power of subconscious mind. This is one of the ways. So I hope I've answered the the question here, which Dr. Vinay asked. And Tejas, sir, should I wait for offline sales force courses or should I go ahead with online courses? Please help. So Tejas, since we have spoken about AI and machine learning taking over the entire recruitment journey, I'm sure that you're attending your classes online these days. So I don't think so. You got to wait for the offline course because we never know when the offline courses will start based on the current scenario in India. Okay. So you might have to wait 6 months or 1 year. Don't wait. Just go ahead and upgrade your skills. Online courses, you got to learn it, and this is how we can adapt as human beings. It's easy for us to adapt. So adapt yourself and put a lot of effort. Be disciplined in your home. That's the best way I can say. Go ahead and do it online.
So do we have time for more questions or should we continue?
I will continue, ma'am, so that I can finish. Then I'll take questions a little bit more later.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So I just shared this here. Now I just wanted to give it to you. Yes, let me share this. Okay, so I've taken certain question answers. I hope I'm able to answer your questions and you are getting aware of all these things. Now, the next thing which I want to share here is if you have any questions, then I want you to go ahead and ask me in Instagram as well. I'll directly DM and reply to your answers if I don't have time to answer here. Okay, that is at coach.ashfak. This is where you can ask me any questions and I'll reply to you in less than 12 hours. Okay, so apart from that, I want you to go ahead and post a story today of what exactly you have learned. Okay, so that I can see how what are the ideas you're taken from me. All right, so this is one review I want from you. All right, the next step which I want here is the third secret which I really want to give you here is importance of LinkedIn. Okay, importance of LinkedIn, and this plays a very important role in the present world. Okay, so just give me a moment. As I said before, 40% of the students remain invisible to the recruiters. Okay, that means if you are not aware, then you remain you remain invisible to the recruiters. Try to make sure that you market yourself. Okay, I'll just give an example here. You have acquired skills and you have been going to school and college and all that from last 20 years. And if you're not able to sell yourself, if you're not able to market yourself, then you're going to find a lot of challenges in the beginning of your career. Okay, so try to learn and try to market yourself more. And the best example which I can tell every one of you here is you have been selling and marketing right from the day you're born. Okay, right from the day you're born, you have been selling and marketing. Let me tell you just an example. Okay, if you are like 1 year old or 2 year old and you wanted the candy or a chocolate, then you were not able to speak properly, but still you marketed yourself by rolling down and showing that I want this chocolate, by crying on the floor. Finally, only when you got the chocolate, you kept quiet. Okay, this is one example on how you have been marketing for what you want. Now it's time to go ahead on a bigger platform and try to learn about yourself and market it professionally. Market yourself professionally. Okay, and the importance of LinkedIn here is LinkedIn is the most popular professional network these days, and there are 700 million people in the LinkedIn who can help you go ahead and get the job of yours. Okay, and one of the data shows that 89% of the recruiters have hired someone through LinkedIn. Okay, so not just campus placement. If you have a profile and if someone comes for a campus placement and you're not able to answer that question, go ahead, connect with that person and give him an answer immediately after the interview. Won't it be amazing? Okay, so that is something. And apart from that, there are so many people, that is, 1 crore 2 lakh people, applicants found their job on LinkedIn. Okay, there are opportunities, there are amazing job opportunities. It's just that you got to make sure that you are confident, aware to go ahead and grab that opportunity. So that is the first thing. Now, these days recruiting is done, most of the recruiters use or plan to use social media for recruiting. That is 94% of the recruiters. Okay, 94% of the recruiters plan to use or are using already social media, that is LinkedIn. Okay, so apart from that, 70% of the recruiters plan to increase their investment in social recruitment. So try to understand from their perspective. They want the candidates. In short, I want to say just one sentence. The job of a recruiter is rejecting people. Okay, I'll repeat this. The job of a recruiter is to reject people. Okay, because there's so many candidates coming in. So their job is to make sure they reject the people who are not competent, who are not technically sound. And easily, if the moment people they reject what they don't want, they get what they want, the candidates they want. Okay, so make sure that you are someone who is going to be accepted from the recruiting department. Okay, so that is one thing which I want to share. And apart from that, your LinkedIn page is the best platform to promote yourself as a professional. Okay, you can key in your achievements, you can show your achievements, your job experiences, your internship experiences, your projects, the topics which interest you. It can be used as a platform to advertise your skills, build credibility as a professional, and increase your visibility. So there is a platform to increase your visibility to the recruiters. It's just that you got to go ahead and use it. I want you to go ahead and uninstall or reduce the time on Instagram or YouTube, whatever you use, and try to spend more time in the LinkedIn. Okay. So one thing which I really wanted to share here is, just give me a moment. I will come back here. So is my screen visible now?
No, sir.
No, right? Okay, just give me a moment. Now?
Yes, visible now.
All right. So there's so many there's 77 participants, and apart from that, YouTube has also so many participants. Now, the major thing which I want to show here is in LinkedIn. Okay, this is the thing which I want to show here. This is my profile here. I'll go ahead and show you my profile. Look at it. The moment someone comes into my profile, they will be aware of what exactly I do. Okay, who I am and what exactly I do. Okay, so as you can see, job hunt expert, public speaker, online courses, and I have given a nice description about things, and I have also featured my book and the certificates from the colleges which I have got, and the trainings which I have received from the world's best trainers and all that. And these are my profile views and the things. All right, so I want you to go ahead and create a profile of yours. If you don't have the LinkedIn, go ahead and create a profile of yours, and you can make sure that recruiters can get into your profile and they call you for an interview. See, for example, I am in contact with so many people. I'll just share with you here. So one of the people which you can connect with here is recruiting managers, right? So you will be, if you're looking for a job, you are looking for a person. And if you're looking for a person, you are looking for a HR manager or a HR recruiter or a talent acquisition specialist. Okay. So I'll just share with you here. All right. I'll just share with you here one important thing. All right. So I'll type in talent acquisition specialist. Okay. So I shared my data here, talent acquisition specialist. And as you can see, there are 884,000 talent acquisition specialists who can help you to go ahead and get you a job. Next thing is I'll filter it down to locations India. Okay, there are 264,000 acquisition specialists, talent acquisition specialists who can go ahead and give you the job opportunity. The question is, are you connected with them? And do you have a LinkedIn profile? And if they come, if for example, Robin Matthew, okay, comes to your profile, will he be influenced or will he be impressed by your profile in LinkedIn? If not, then he's never going to come back to your profile. Okay, so this is how I will just show you one more thing here. HR manager. Okay, so HR manager, not in jobs, I'll just say people. So how many people? HR manager here, there are 5 crore 40 yeah, 54 lakh 60,000 people here. All right, I'll filter down it to locations here, India. So there are in India, there are 860,000 HR managers who are looking for freshers and who are looking to fill their vacancies in their companies. And even if you have 800 people in your account, even if you know at least 80 people who are HR managers, at least someone can go ahead, see your skills and they might call you for an interview. Okay, so this is the importance of LinkedIn these days. It's there's no need of resume sometimes, I feel, because now everything has come online. So just by one click you can go ahead and get into the profile and see what exactly they do and all that. Okay, so these are the things which I wanted to share with you. Just give me a moment, I'll come back to the PPT now. So is my PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is the importance of LinkedIn, and these are the 3 secrets which I wanted to share with you. Okay. So as I said, there are a lot of steps, and I based on the time, I could give you 3 steps. That is coming to the current market reality. Okay. I've given you the pain and gain areas and which industries you should look for jobs. And apart from that, the job search strategy. Okay. And the importance of LinkedIn. So I can go on and on, but the time permits so much. So what I want is, I want you to go ahead and give me a review in 3 of the things. First is, go ahead and connect me on LinkedIn. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Okay. Connect with me on LinkedIn. If you have a profile, I'll have a look at your profile. And if I have time, I'll give you a response like, how to optimize your profile more. Okay. That is one of the things which I can help you with. Instagram, put a story and you can DM me anytime related to any career questions. I'll be able to answer it in 12 hours. Okay. So that is the second thing. And I want you to give me a review on the Trust Pilot. Okay. What exactly you have learned from this session, so that, I can understand, in terms of what you have taken from the session. So I'll be sharing a link here just now so that you can understand. I mean, you can go ahead and give me a review, and make sure when you're giving a review, at least put some pointers, what exactly you have learned, so that I can optimize this and give you much more things down the lane. All right. So I'll be sharing a link here right now. Just give me a moment. So I'm just typing the link. So did you receive my link?
Yes, yes, sir. But it's again sent to me. I'll just post it.
Sure, ma'am. Please post it. So this is what I want. First is go ahead and give me a review in terms of, give me 1 or 2 sentences what you took away from this session so that I'm aware that this is what you learned. Okay. And go ahead and connect with me on LinkedIn. Okay. So these are the things which I want to share. And now, meanwhile, you're giving a review, I will be sharing a questionnaire, or you can ask or type in your questions in the chat section, and I will be answering much more questions now. So there are some questions from Misbah and all that. Let me read it. Okay. So what are the ways to which students can build confidence? Okay. So, ma'am, are students receiving the link?
Yes, sir. Yes, they have got it.
All right, ma'am.
Participants, please fill in the form, the link which has been shared.
Yeah, give me a review. There'll be a 5-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star,
Yes.
whatever you feel. And once you give a star rating, there'll be a small section, a column. I want you to go ahead and post something there so that the best post gets my, your mention, the mention in my website. Okay. So I'll mention you in my website, something like this. I'll share it with you here. This is my website, just in case if you want to figure out what exactly I do.
Participants, please check now. I think the link is available. All of you have got it? Yes.
They got it, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that is the first thing. And apart from that, I'll just share this one. So this is my website. I'll be sharing, if your review is really good, then I'll be sharing something like this. If your review is this, all these people have given a review in my Trustpilot.
So we are not able to see the screen if you
Not
have
even,
changed the screen.
okay. Now,
right. Yes, yes.
All right. So this is my website, that is coach.ashfaq here. As you can see, coachashfaq.com. So once you go ahead here, you can connect me anywhere. And apart from that, if you give, if your review is good, I'll be mentioning you in my website. Okay. So as you can see, a lot of people there. There's a director from Garden University and sales interns and all that. So this is where I can be found. I hope you are giving the review. Next step, I'm going to share with you immediately. Just give me a moment. So if you have given me a review, then I want you to have a look at this. So is my PPT back, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if that is the case, then next step is, see, there are a few things which I just want to show. I have this kind of course. It's called a Job Hunt Blueprint. And this I've been doing for freshers from last so many years. Okay. And I'll be giving, see here, I'll not be sharing much because I don't want to share here. But what I can do here is on 15th May for the national level, that is for all students across India, I'm doing a webinar that is next, Thursday, I guess, next Saturday, that is 15th May, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you are interested, you can DM me in Insta and you can join that session. That is an invite only session. I don't allow anyone just like that. It is an invite only session. You can join if you're interested, if you really want to learn more from me. Now, that is after that, then there's something which I want to announce. And this is something which I really want to share with you. That is, I am giving, I'm open to give internship to at least 3 students, or if I need more people, I'll obviously contact you guys. but these are the areas which I'm looking for. If you learned some basic things about social media marketing, or if you are good in photography, if you are good in editing, or if you are good in business development, then I'll be offering an internship with a stipend as well for 2 months. Okay. The more details will be sent next week to Dr. Anupama, your placement officer, and you can coordinate with her. You can send your, things to her, and I'll get the details, and we'll finalize the students for a period of time. Okay. So this is one more thing which I wanted to share, that I'm looking for interns, and I'll be making sure that you learn a lot of stuff from me as well as from my team members. Okay. This is one thing. So as I said, how to stay connected further. The first thing is you can buy my book, that is You Are Hired. It is available in Amazon and different platforms. And you can join the online job hunt webinar on 15th May, that is Saturday. And you can join the online course, Job Hunt Blueprint. So as I said, internship for 2 months. These are the skills which I'm looking for. Social media marketing. If you're a content writer, if you are good in content writing, I'm looking for you. Okay. And if you some of the students might be good in videos and video editing and photography, I want you to go ahead and contact Dr. Anupama, and I'll make sure that I'll give you that internship. Okay. So these are the things which I really wanted to share with you. And if you have any questions, this is a time for you to ask me questions, and I will answer it from now. I hope you enjoyed the session. And as you can see, I can go on and on. I can talk about job hunting and strategies because I'm a strategist. I make sure I understand two sides of the coin, that is the HR's perspective and your perspective, and strategize to make sure you guys come together closer, faster. Okay. You get your job and they get the right candidate. So it's always both sides. So I'm here to strategize your career and get your dream job. Okay. So thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I'm open for questions. And if you want to further contact me, I've given you the channels. This is the best way to contact. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Yes,
you,
we do have a few questions.
Yeah.
So the first one is a decent package of 15,000 to 20,000 for a BCom and BBA graduate. Is it really a good package?
Okay. See, the major question, I mean, in terms of package here is, in terms of my belief, 20,000 to get started is a good thing, because they have to put a lot of effort on you to train you according to their skills, according to what they are looking for. So that's the reason most of the companies, they give some 2 months, 3 months trainings. Okay. So it is a good, decent package. If you get that, go ahead and grab it. But at the same time, if you're looking for something more, see, I'm a very ambitious person. If you're really ambitious, then you got to find certain ways, you got to find certain strategies, you got to make sure you're good in negotiating. But before negotiation for salaries, you got to make sure that you have certain skills which 3.66 crore people don't have, or at least you have those skills which the rest of the college doesn't have. If you have those skills, they will grab you first. They'll make sure that you get that offer. And in the interview also, if you are so much confident that you have those skills and you're really good at it, then you can negotiate. There's something called as negotiation skills. Okay. So for freshers, usually it should not, I mean, you should not negotiate. But if you are technically sound, and if you have done some internship and you are technically aware of maybe some, some like Salesforce, the admin thing or whatever, you're doing internship under someone from last 6 months, and you're confident to go ahead and answer whatever questions they ask, then ask for more salary. Simple. And there's one simple rule: if you don't ask, you won't get. If you don't ask, you won't get. So only after your resume, your skills, you are confident on yourself, then you can go ahead and negotiate the salary. But till then, do not think of negotiating. By the time you start asking for more, they will reject you. So do not negotiate or do not ask for more salary unless you're confident on yourself. Okay. So that is the first step. Second step is, I've seen that, yeah, in campus placement, it doesn't happen. But most of the students, in fact, even me, I was having the same mentality. Uh, you know, most of us, what we do is, even before reading the job description, even before looking at what the companies are, what kind of skills they're looking for, the first question we ask is, so what is the salary? Ma'am, what is the salary? Okay. Uh, do not ask that question. That shows a very, very wrong approach. Okay. What it shows is you want to take from the world, but you don't want to give back to the world through your skills. Okay. So do not ask what is the salary. Go clear the interview, then ask the salary. That's going to be amazing. Okay. So this is, I hope I answered the question.
Yes, sir. That was very much clear because most students, they always have this question in the first place. That is, what is the salary that we would be getting?
If
And yes, it is really nice of you that you touched upon that fact and said
Yeah.
that yes, as freshers, they should not look at the salary part to start with their career. Right, sir.
I'll just give an example here. If you are coming for my interview and if you ask me before sending coming for an interview, if you ask me, so what is the salary? I'd never pick your call again. Okay. Why? Because I'm here. I mean, as an employer, we are looking for right people who can give back to the world through the skills and then grab the opportunities, whatever they get. So, go ahead. If you're confident, ask the salary after you're cleared your technical round. Till then, do not ask for salary. Okay. Because as you can see, there are 3.66 crore potential graduates. It's going to be a lot of competition. So please do not ask. Yes, ma'am. Next question.
Yes. What are the prospects of getting a job after we complete our degree?
Okay. So there are, it's a very broad question, but I'll try to answer it in a different way. Job opportunities are huge. There's so many job opportunities. Okay. Everyone is looking for the right candidate. Okay. The question is, are you the right candidate? That is the first thing. Second thing is, it totally is what industry you're trying to get into. That is the second perspective. Okay. And post campus, after you go out of the campus, the prospects of getting a job is high, but at the same time, the chances of you competing with thousands of people is high, very high. Okay. So graduation is necessary because it gives a platform, it gives a foundation for you. Apart from whatever you learn, try to, I'm sure the college is doing a lot of extracurricular, extra skills which they are bringing. Try to attend so many, whatever conferences, whatever seminars the colleges try to do, try to go ahead and do those seminars. If it is investing of 500 rupees, 1000, 5000 rupees, it's okay. Why? Because if you invest 5,000 rupees and you learn in 3 days something new, you would have stood out of 400 people. Okay. So try to invest. See, there are two things which you got to give. One, either you give your time or you give your money. Okay. Time is you go through the placement process. If you're selected, that's very good. If you don't get selected, then you have to go out of the campus, search for a job, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. I don't know what is going to happen. So you are giving the time. If you invest money on learning more and more now at this stage in 5th semester, in next 6 months, if you invest in technical skills, in communication, in strategies and all that, you would have stood up compared to all the students and you are on the top. So you can easily go ahead and, get those jobs. So these are the thoughts which I can give you right now.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
So one question.
Okay.
This is about those students who are in dual mindset, whether to continue with the post-graduation or straight away dive into the job market. So what is your word?
Okay. So that's a question which is asked by 80% of the students. So I'll answer that in simple ways. Think of what you want out of your life. Okay, because these days it's not about higher studies. Whatever graduation you got it. That is the best which you got till now, and you can easily add some skills. Okay, you can easily add some skills from the outside world. You do that course, you do this course and finish it off. Okay, that is one perspective of looking at it. The second perspective of looking at it is, if you want to get into deeper into the academics, or if you want to get into PhD and all those things, then go ahead and go for higher studies. But if you're looking for a job, then, as I told, it's easy to get a job. It's very easy to go ahead and get your dream package. It's easy to negotiate for your salary, provided you have the skills. Okay. So again, even if you go for higher studies, if you're looking for a job again, you should be willing to market yourself. That's it. Okay. So it totally depends on the individual. What do you want out of your life? What do you want out of your life? Whether you're happy with what you have, and do you have the confidence on yourself that you are going to self learn, self acquire different skills, different technologies, spend a lot of time instead of spending out with friends, going out on trips or Instagram, spending 4 hours on Insta or whatever it is? Can you become so disciplined in next 3 to 6 months and acquire so many skills and all that, and go ahead and go for a bigger level of jobs? Or if you're not confident enough that I don't know what to do, but I feel that I should have to do MBA, then go ahead and do it. Both ways, you are right. The question is, what do you want out of life?
Yes,
ma'am.
thank you, sir. We don't have any more questions. Let me check the chat box once.
Okay, ma'am.
Meanwhile, you can see if any direct questions to you.
No, ma'am, no direct questions. I guess I'll just check. Okay, I think I have a question from Ms. Ba. Sir, if you are good in subjects like financial management, financial accounting, can we put it in resume directly, the subject names, or we have to put it in words like financial analyst, as I've seen people using these kind of words in their LinkedIn profiles? So Ms. Ba, you got to put the technical subjects like financial management and financial accounting. And financial analyst is a role, that is a job role, so you don't have to put that. So try to put financial accounting, financial management, those kind of technical skills. Yes, ma'am. I think, so should I wait for online course? I think I have answered that question. So yeah, these are the questions which I can find, ma'am, here. Any other
So
thing?
one last question, sir, if
Yes,
the
ma'am.
time is okay.
Yes, sure.
Will we be able to get job considering this pandemic situation? Again, I think it has been addressed already by you.
Yes, I have addressed it, but still I'll repeat it. It is possible. It is happening. And it's just that you got to adapt. Okay. So adaptability is something which people are looking for now, and make sure that you adapt according to what HRs are looking for, not what you want. Okay. What HRs are looking for, try to get those skills. See, in 1 month, if you sit and based on the company you target, for example, if you target, let's just say EY, Ernst & Young, okay, and figure out what roles they are hiring for, and based on that, you shortlist which role you want to get into, what skills they are looking for, sit for 1 month, forget TV, forget phone, everything, and day in, day out, prepare, apply for the job, and you might get it. So it is possible, it is happening. As you can see, Vivo had come and so many companies are coming. It is very possible. It is the easiest way. You don't have to go physically in front of them. Okay, easiest way. So I hope you go ahead and get the job in the pandemic. It's going to increase your confidence much more. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Any more questions, participants? If you want to ask, you can use your mic as well. Or you can post it in the chat box as well.
So I'll give 1 more minute. And if you're not coming up, then you're not an initiator. See, one question can solve your problem. And next time, if you call me, I'll charge for it. Because I'm a career counselor, so I do that. Okay, so whatever questions you have, these are best ways. Because usually what I do is I sit in front of a candidate, I try to find out their strengths, weaknesses, and try to give the best possible ways. And for this, I charge a lot. Okay, and here, because there's so much connection with Dr. Anupama and SSMRV and Dr. Anil, so I've taken up this session. You got to ask more questions. All right. So
Okay.
no more questions?
Okay, so I think we can wrap it up here, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, once again. It had been a very informative session right from the beginning, from the time that you gave your journey. That is, you're coming from a humble background, like how you have come up in your life, studying from MS Ramaya College, being a mechanical engineer. Your journey has been an example to a lot of people here. And also, what you said is like the words which you gave, like what matters is where you want to go. It's really true for today's scenario, and not just today. It has been from the beginning of time that it is all up to us where you want to reach. It is all in our capacity and in our thinking. Yes, challenges are there for everybody, as you said. It is there for everybody who faces the challenges today, be it a fresher or a working professional. And your strategies, that is your inputs on making the resume strong, how ATS has helped the companies to track the right applicants through the applicant tracking system, and also how LinkedIn can be a catalyst in getting the best jobs in the market, which has been a very informative thing for most of the students who will be who are definitely going to benefit from this information, because we have seen youngsters spending more time on Instagram and Facebook or Twitter for that matter. But now I think with your words of wisdom, most of our students will benefit, and also the students who are watching it online. Anybody who is watching it today would have learned that LinkedIn is the one which will take them to the greater heights. And yes, as you said, the technical knowledge also matters here. It is not just that whatever we put in the resume, you should be technically strong as well. And you also told us about what are the upcoming industries like banking and finance, pharmaceuticals, and logistics, which are the topmost recruiters today. And you spoke about the pain and gain aspects, which are very important for any individual to understand what is the pain and gain out of a situation, and also make the most of it. Now, the last things, the few things that you spoke about is about practical knowledge, which is very, very important for students, because we have seen that student may lack, have an expertise and knowledge in terms of subject matter, but when it comes to putting it into practice, they lack that skill. So every student would have to get skilled enough to put that education into the practical world. And yes, as you rightly said, and it is very important, we agree that customization of resume is very, very crucial. And I hope that most of us, we didn't know that yes, resume should be made as per the job, because everybody goes by the standard resumes.
Yeah.
Right. And we also, when we started our career, we have done the same thing. We made one format of resume and sent it to many companies, which our students, I'm sure, will take it as a key takeaway today, that make your resume customized for every job offering, not just every industry. It is every job offering has a different skill set that they're looking for. And yes, the last thing that we can't forget here is be confident of what you put in the resume and what you are. These are few of the important things which sir has talked about today. And attending webinars is going to help most of the students in this pandemic situation, because they can't step out of their homes and learn something. So this kind of webinars are really going to help them all. So I hope that our students here, whoever is watching online and in the Zoom session, will definitely go through, take these words seriously and also attend as much webinars as possible for your own benefit, because Paryapti is going to come up with many more interesting sessions in the coming days. And another session is there for tomorrow for us. Another interesting session we have for our students, again on the same lines, how to get employability, because today we got to know the basic groundwork from Ashfaq sir, that is what is required in terms of resume and how to be prepared for the job openings. Tomorrow we'll be dealing more in detail about how to get employed and what is that the companies or industries look in an individual. Thank you so much once again, Ashfaq sir. So we'll have a formal vote of thanks now. Anupama ma'am,
1
any
minute.
inputs from
Yeah.
you? Yes, yes.
Yeah. We just request all the students that if you have a resume with you, what you can do is for tomorrow's session, you can just keep it ready, keep it handy so that there will be some basic practical steps to write resumes. So that would be more beneficial to all of you. So I request all students to gear up and get ready for tomorrow's session. And I thank Mr. Ashfaq for having with us today. And really, it was a very, definitely a very handful information. And you made really future ready for all all of our students. And thank you so much for that.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you once again, sir, for the eye-opener session today. And now I call upon Mrs. Bharti Rathod, Assistant Professor, Placement Coordinator, to deliver a formal vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vandana ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, one and all. Myself, Bharti Rathod from Department of Computer Application. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on today's program, Ambitious 2021. On behalf of the college, I convey my regards and heartily thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Mohammad Ashfak, India's youngest career coach, for his wonderful information about pain gain and job search strategies. Words are not enough to tell you how much this webinar is going to help our students in their placement and startup related strategies. Also, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. S. Anil Kumar sir, for his endless support. I would like to acknowledge guidance and support of placement team and also my dear colleagues. Last but not least, I thank our dear students for their participation. Thank you. Over to you, Vandana.
Thank you, ma'am. Anupama ma'am, anything else to give a message? Right. Okay, thank you so much, sir, once again, and thank you to all the participants. We will meet tomorrow again at the same time, 9:30, with another interesting session. See you all. Take care. Be safe and have a nice day.